My name is Fish Stark, and I'm the executive director of the American Humanist Association. And it's great to see so many people here to support the Center for Common Ground, and great in particular to see leaders representing different parts of the American religious tapestry. Because I think whether we're Christian, Muslim, Jewish, or humanist, regardless of the differences in our traditions, what connects us is a belief that every person has infinite worth and deserves to be treated with dignity. And that people can only truly live with dignity if their voices can be heard and if they have a true and equal stake in the decisions that govern their community. It was James Baldwin who said, "The place in which I'll fit will not exist until I make it." Nearly 250 years ago, American humanist Thomas Paine wrote in his Common Sense pamphlet, "These are the times that try men's souls." He was talking about life under tyranny and the psychological wound of knowing that you are living with something less than liberty. But he also said, we have it in our power to begin the world over again. Not let's wait around for somebody else to make things better, not we have the power to change things a little bit. We have it in our power to begin the world over again. And those words toppled a king and built a nation where the ability of every citizen to lift our voice in praise or protest of our government is seen as sacred. And like all sacred things, American democracy requires all those who believe in it to continuously strengthen and protect it. And the story of America, I think, is the story of everyday heroes who believe in the equal dignity of every person coming together to demand we live up to those founding ideals, who fought for a democracy, who fought to expand who had the right to participate in it, and now who are fighting to defend it. It was American humanist John Dewey who said, democracy has to be born anew every generation. So I want to suggest that the fight we're in now isn't an aberration, but an American tradition. And by being here, we're not doing something radical, but simply embracing the legacy of a multiracial, cross-class, interfaith coalition of American heroes who fought to expand the franchise and writing its next chapter. And what is beautiful about the work being done at Center for Common Ground is the focus on educating and empowering voters of color at a time when racist systems and the people who uphold them still try to make judgments about who counts and who matters most in a democracy. But we know better, because we know our democracy is only as healthy as a person's equal right to participate in it. So it was humanist A. Philip Randolph, a pioneer in the Black humanist movement and chairman of the March on Washington, who said, a community is democratic only when the humblest and weakest person can enjoy the highest civil, economic, and social rights that the biggest and most powerful possess. Every postcard, every text, every phone call, every door knocked by the Center for Common Good gets us closer to that higher plane of human dignity. Frederick Douglass, another hero to the American humanist movement, had this to say that I think is important about the power of everyday citizens raising their voices. He said, "Liberty is meaningless where the right to utter one's thoughts and opinions has ceased to exist. That of all rights is the dread of tyrants. It's the right which they first of all strike down because they know its power. Thrones, dominions, principalities, and powers founded in injustice and wrong are sure to tremble if we are allowed to reason." That's why this work matters, because tyranny trembles in the shadow of a free people demanding to be heard. That's why I'm so glad to gather not just with courageous political leaders, but leaders of different faith and spirit traditions, because no matter what we consider sacred, no matter how we live out our beliefs, no matter whether our highest authority is a Holy Spirit or the human spirit, we know that right now is an urgent time to work for freedom. We know we cannot abide the sin of forcing our neighbors to live in silence, and we know that when, as the song goes, we can truly lift every voice and sing, the simple dignity and validation of having our voices heard and the power of a free people demanding to have their needs met can heal this broken moment in America. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being human. Thank you for supporting the Center for Common Ground, and let's keep doing all the good we can for each other.